Hey everyone, welcome back. In this lecture we're going to just go over two main things. Number one being that I want to just go through the settings here, and I'd like to change so we're able to just have our home page be the home page for our site. And the other thing, to also go through the Divi Builder and kind of get more familiar with the drag and drop system and how it works. And it's pretty simple, so once you get the hang of it, after you do it a few times, it should be no problem going forward. So what I'm going to do is just go through and jump right into the reading section here, and I'm just going to change it to a static page and make the front page home. And the post page, I'm not going to select anything, and now I'll save it. Now we'll just go into the pages and we'll get to be a little more familiar with how things work within this Divi Builder here. So I would like to just have this up right here, and I'll go over each element. Now when we look at the images here, we'll see full width image, we'll see these circle counters which are right below the full width slider image right here, and there's the circle counters, for example. Now what we can do is we can go and actually click right here, this three lines right here, and when we click that, it will pop open with the message that's displaying within there, and it says our company, and that's the heading of this section. Now if we wanted to, we can add it and make a slider within this area, but we can also just go down, and I'm going to show you where the text is within this area as well. So if we click on the three lines again, that will open up that section. It's kind of like diving deeper into it. Now here's the image, the placeholder for an image right here, and we also can go down and go all the way down to the bottom. Here is where it says our text that's displaying right here. So if we wanted to change that text to something else, we could. Let's just say text, 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 just to show you for an example, and we'll save that. Now we have to hit save and exit again, and now we have to hit update. For it to go into effect, we have to save it, and then we have to update. Every time, that's what we have to do within this builder, or else the changes that we make do not go into effect fully. So after this is done updating here, we're going to then refresh this page, and we'll see right here it says our company, text, text, text. So though it doesn't look good right there because of how I just wrote it, you can see that it's very easy to change, and then just see the changes made right before your eyes. Now, for example, if you want to change something like the circle counters here, and let's say you only wanted to have 3 circle counters, instead of just going like this and deleting it and clicking update, let's just see what happens to the circle counters. When we go in and refresh this page, and then we scroll down to the circle counters, now there's 3, but they're not 3 centered. They're 3 to the left, just as these 3 were to the left. So if you really wanted to, you can actually take this module over here, click on it, and drag it over and drop it over here. Now if we update, you're going to see 2, and then a space, and then a third one. So now when we refresh, we'll see 2, a space here, and then the third one. So now that one is gone. So you might be wondering, how do I just get 3 of them right in the center to be centered? Well, what you would need to do is we'll go back and we'll actually click where it says add row, and then to add a row we can add a row of 3, and then we'll click insert module here, and now we'll find where it says circle counter on here, and it's alphabetical order, so it's pretty easy to find. And I'm just going to name this 1, and I'll name the number 99. And you can choose to have a % on or off for this if you want. And there's many features within each thing you can have. The text color can be light or dark depending on what color your background is. That's what you'll do. The bar counter color, let's make it a different color so it stands out a little bit. Let's just make it a brighter green color here, so then we can really see it. And now I can also take ones from above here and drag them down into this one. And then what if I wanted to get rid of that completely? I just click this right here to delete row, and I click update. Now when we go back to this page and we refresh it, we'll see that there should be 3 in a row here, and there they are, and there's our 99% with the green arrow around it, the green color around it. Now we could also add a text here, just as these have, but that's just for purposes to show you what you can do. Now, if you wanted to scroll down to another area, let's say we want to add a whole new area in at the bottom. Now, how would we do that? We can add an area in right below where it says call to action. So this will be a separate area. But if we wanted to add an entirely new area with more of a space, we could click standard section or full width section or specialty section, or you can click add for library to make it even longer. With this was already added from the library to begin with all this that was there. So let's just click standard section, and let's say you want to have a picture and then some text. I like to use these 1/3 and 2/3, and then I'll click and add a picture here, and you can do that by going down to where it says image, and you can click on that. And then I would like to add text over here, and you can do that by clicking there and scrolling down to where it says text. Now, the only way you're going to learn these type of things is by getting yourself familiarized with all the options that it has within there. But it's very important to know that there's so many options and so many ways you can set this up that it's really limitless on what you can do within this theme. It has so much power, and I hope you're able to see that as we go through these lectures. Now, it's really important to get familiar with how this system works, how to add rows, and then choose the style and be able to delete the rows, to add modules, things like this, and learn which modules can do what. Hopefully you pick some of that up through this lesson that we go through and make this site together. But it really will help if you can practice it on your own. And I really suggest that you just load from the library a lot of different layouts for different pages, and then you edit the pages in each one right in real time. And if you mess up, you can clear the layout and load it again and do it all over again and get the perfect layout that you really want for the look of your site. It's an amazing theme, and in the next lecture we're going to go into more detail with starting to edit pages and edit the settings as well. I hope to see you in the next lecture, and of course ask any questions if you have trouble in the support section. Thanks as always, everyone.